Hi friends and family, this is Ro. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, I welcome you to Bella Rose Paper Garden. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know this will probably be a long video. I do have 3 journals. You see one here, but I have 3 to show you. They're all a little bit different, so I wanted to show you all the differences. So if you want to stop the video, get something to drink and eat, and come back and join me. And also, I do have some Christmas instrumental music in the background. Just you may not hear it, or you may hear a little bit of it, just for some ambiance. And I have my usual fan on the floor because I always state in my videos that it's hot in this kitchen, so I've got that going. And I will try to give you lots of information. I may forget a few information, so you're welcome to ask questions. Just post them below. Okay, so let's get started. So again, I have 3 of these. I made them from a vintage strawberry shortcake Christmas cards. Okay, and all 3 of them have ribbon closures. 2 of these are the same, and I ran out, but I have another one with a very similar ribbon. And I used a wax thread, and I just put the ribbon underneath one of the wax thread here. So, and you're welcome to always change the ribbons if you like. And then with each journal, I have, I made these simple little tassels and attached some charms. Okay, let me remove that and I'll show that to you. And, oh, so the cover measures about 7 1/4 by 5 1/2. I believe that's it. Let me measure again. 7, yeah, about 7 1/4, and then about 5, almost 5 1/2. Okay, and then the tassels here, I have it on a paper clip with a couple of silver rings and some trims. And there's a strawberry on each one and a little spoon, and I'll tell you why. Okay, and then this one has a gingerbread. They all have a little bit of different charms. Some are the same, some are different. And then a peppermint candy at the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that aside. And I've got my notes here, so I wanted to make sure that I give you all the information. Let's see what else. Okay, so this was a labor of love. Lots of the images of journal cards, note cards, stickers, a lot of it I created. So I've been working on these journals for over a week because it's just taken some time. Again, the images, some of the images I created, so that took time. I had to print them out on my printer. So lots of paper, lots of color, and then cut them all out. I hand cut everything. I do have a Cricut, but I haven't figured out how to use it, so I do hand cut a lot of the pieces that are curved. And the journal cards, I just use my cutter. And it just takes time for me to pick out the papers because I'm very picky. I'm just picky about putting papers together. That takes me like a whole day. Well, actually it takes me half a day, no. Anyway, so let's get started. So let me open this up here, and I didn't put anything on the back here. They all have a washi tape down the center, or 3. That's just to give it more stability. And this is journal 1, so I'm going to put that aside. So that'll be down below if you're interested in this journal. And oh, let me tell you the backstory. I forgot this backstory. So when I saw these cute cards, I said, oh, I'm going to make some journals out of these, a Christmas journal. But then I had an idea that what if, because Strawberry Shortcake has a bakery, so I had this idea that what if she and her friend Blueberry, they got together and they took some recipes and they collaborated together and created take traditional recipes of cookies, cakes, cupcakes, and then just, make it their own, add some twists, and create a menu for the holidays. So that's my theme for these journals. It's a Christmas bakery with these 2 collaborating. So at the my next video, I want to go ahead and let you know that I do have, and let me slide this over. I created ephemera packs. So this is one. This is what I call a mega ephemera pack. So if you want to create your own journal and use all of these pieces for your theme, I've got this pack for you, and I will have a video for this. I also have a smaller pack with less items if you don't want, I mean, this, you could probably decorate a whole journal or 2 or 3 pages or more in a journal. So I will show that in the next video, and also the smaller pack. Okay, and then also, I keep forgetting things. I forgot to add these 2 items. So I had it all printed out on sheets, and they got buried. I was cutting lots and lots of images, so these got buried under some other images for a different ephemera pack. But so they're not in the photos, but I just wanted to let you know that this is included. You get a wooden spoon, and this is a menu that I created. So the letters are small, so I'm gonna read it to you. Strawberry shortcake and blueberry muffin special holiday menu. 2 friends who enjoy baking have turned classic recipes into our own by adding special ingredients and lots of love. We hope you enjoy our creations, and may they bring you a very sweet holiday. So then it just has, morning treats like pancakes and waffles, cupcakes and cookies, and then their drinks. So I just thought, so this is a world that I created. Could be an episode. Anyway, and you get this wooden spoon. The pack though has a different wooden spoon, so I just wanted to make them a little bit different. And this is also in that ephemera pack. So anyway, just wanted to let you know about that. Okay, so now let's get started again. Again, I keep remembering things. Okay, so on the front, I did not put anything here. So if you want to put a library card, a photo, an image, you're welcome to do so. Or you can put this here, maybe put a backing, a cardstock backing, and that could be your beginning page, but it's all up to you. I did decorate this one a little bit more, but there's plenty of still blank pages, so you can do your decorating, add your photos, memorabilia, stickers. This would be also great for a December daily. Okay, so this page, I have a pocket here, and so this has lots of ephemera included. So you've got your play money, because you do have to pay for your meal. And then you've got a couple of index cards that you can use for recipes, or journal in your activity. And I thought it'd be cute that she had a shopping list for either groceries or for gifts for her friends. And then here's the inside. And if you want to, you can also decorate this, add a trim maybe. I did add trims on the edges here. Oh, did I show you? Yes, I did. I did show you the trim. Okay. And then here is a journal card that I designed. Okay. And anything that's paper clipped, the recipient can move them around wherever they want. Okay. Here's another image that I created. This journal card. They're blank in the back. Lots of room for writing. Okay. And here's an image of so it's not just Blueberry. The images also has her friends. So, they're all coming to visit the bakery. So here's a picture of Blueberry at her window. And then I think that's Raspberry. And then inside is just this is a vintage little stationery paper. So you can journal on that. And you can also add, journal cards inside if you want to. And here's a glassine paper. You can write on it, probably with a marker, or glue pictures, memorabilia. Then here's some pom-pom trim. And here's a vintage ledger paper. We've got gingerbread, because since it's a bakery, I try to incorporate photos, images with, you know, cookies, cupcakes, and also Christmas. Okay, and then here's I created this one for writing. Got note paper. This is a from a recipe, Christmas cookies recipe book. I think it's a gooseberry patch. So it's really has cute images. And we've got some note papers here. Then here's a pocket. Then this has images of cakes. And then this is a recipe card that I created that you can also just use for journaling. And get the ribbons out here. Okay, then this pocket, more images I created. This one has pancakes that has blueberries and strawberries, and there's an image of blueberries and strawberries. And then here's a little, I call it stationery. It's printed on paper, but it's thick paper, and this is an image I created. And then here's just from a notepad. Okay. And then here's an envelope here that you can put, you know, put more things in there, but I put this journal card here, the image I also created. Again, I created lots of images. And here's some more gingerbread cookies, image of spoons and forks, because it is a bakery slash diner. And then here's from a coloring book. Plenty of pages to color write. You know, put some stickers, memorabilia, magazine cutouts. Okay, and then this pocket has lots of goodies. So let's start with the big pieces. So I've got a big tag here that you can collage on right on the back. And you get a, they all have these stickers, so you can decorate your journal. And here's a couple of tags that I cut out from cardstock that you can also collage on, glue on some pictures. You can even glue paper on here, and then you can write on it. I didn't put any holes here, so if you want to put holes in ribbons, or you can put a tab made from cardstock or fabric, you're welcome to do so. Okay, and then I've got a couple of tickets, and then I've got, this is a sticker. I tried to write S. On my stickers, I try to write S or sticker on there, so you know what is a sticker and what is. If it doesn't have anything on it, it's going to probably be a die cut cardstock. And then I took 2 of these images, and then I don't know if you can see, but there's a little snowman here. This is while you were out, so you know, strawberry or blueberry, they're out shopping, and somebody calls in an order, then you can write that down. Alrighty, and then here's Blueberry. She's got a pan of chocolate chip cookies, and this is a sticker. And then these 2 stickers I designed. So here's Strawberry in her chef's hat. This is my version of Strawberry. And then she's got a plate of cookies. And then here she is she's going out to do some shopping. So she's got her winter coat on, and then she's got her little snowman doll with her. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put these aside so I don't have to stuff it all back in there. Okay, and then here I've got a couple of doilies you can use to decorate, and then each book or journal is going to have stickers. So they're all going to be, some of the stickers are going to be different, but they all have the same sticker where she's baking. The cookie stickers will be different. Then here she is, Strawberry and her friends decorating a tree. And then these are cardstock labels. So these are all going to be a little bit different as well. Okay. And then they all have the same sticker of Strawberry and her friends. They're looking at To me, they're looking at a display of her shop from the outside. So that's how I interpret this, according to my story. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and tuck that in. And also, if you are new to my shop, I do always include extras with every order. So you'll get some extras with this. Okay, and then here is a journal card from, I didn't design this one. This is from a scrapbook ephemera pack. Okay, and this one I printed out. And it's strawberry. And I just turned it into a little card. Okay. Paper clip that back together. Okay. Alrighty. And then here's the other side here. And here is a jumbo note card. Great for writing. This one I created this card. Okay. Going towards the end. Okay, and then this one has a printout of like a little coloring book page that you can color. Okay, then this pocket has a folding. This is a place you can journal or put photos. This one I created. It's a note card. And then this is a vintage guest check and while you were out. So you can also write on that. We've got the pink lace trim here. Okay, then here's the other pages. So this is the other side. Some red pom-poms. Okay, and this one has blueberry muffin and strawberry shortcake, and they're peeking into their bakery. Okay, and then I made a journal card here. Not a journal card, but I guess it could be a journal card. You can journal on it. I added a tab and a sticker here. Okay. And then this one has another simple recipe card that I created. Okay. And then, and this is another reason I didn't cover I didn't put paper on the inside of the cover because I didn't want to hide this. Just wishing you a bit of cheer for Christmas Day and all the year. Okay, so that is journal 1. So let me put that aside. Okay, and then journal 2. I think this is 2. So again, they look about the same, except, so here, and oh, and I want to tell you the reason I put a spoon, because I thought, you know, it's a bakery. They use spoons for eating and for baking. And here's the strawberry, and this one has a blue candy. And then this one also has a gingerbread cookie. Okay. And oh, something else I do remember is that I did use a stop fray on all the ends of the trims. So, and then also end of the ribbons and all the trims I did stop fray, so that way the materials won't fray. All right, so let's get started, and I'll probably go a little bit faster on this one. I think we're almost at 20 minutes. Okay, so this is number 2. So this one has images of cupcakes, and they all have different journal cards. I forgot to mention that in the other one. Okay, so here's some money and that journal card. So they all be different, but you'll get the exact cards that is in the journal that I show you. So I just, you know, went crazy and created a bunch of different cards, and we have the same index cards, a shopping list here. Okay, we have an image of strawberry and huckleberry decorating the tree, and this one has the recipe card, and this one's a vintage lace here, or not lace, it's fabric trim. So Okay, so I'll go through these. So some of the papers I used are the same. Here's this vintage stationery page. Coloring book. This one's a vintage ledger. And then here's another image. This one I glued here, and then this is a pocket. So if you want to hide some stuff back here. Okay, and then I glued the washi tape there. Washi tape isn't permanent. Sometimes they are. I mean, I've tried to remove washi tape before and it'll tear. So sometimes they're permanent, and then just to make sure they don't come off, I go ahead and put a glue stick behind them so that way they're permanent. I love this image of all the candy. Okay, and then here's a sticker, that same sticker, and the While You Were Out sticker, and I've got tickets back here. Okay, so this one has a different pocket. I just made a little pocket here. And, you know, once you use your stickers, you can put something else here. I mean, you know, you can put her, you know, anywhere you want to. And then in the pocket, I have another While You Were Out. This one's vintage. And a tag that I created here. Again, no holes, no tabs, so you can do with that. Vintage guest check, and the stickers. Okay. And then this one has doilies and just a cardstock that you can turn into a pocket, belly band, or tag. And then this one, let me show you the stickers. In the photos, I just have the bag out. I didn't take out the stickers. But this is the stickers in this bag. Oops. So gingerbread, and then this one has blueberry in there, and then the labels that I created. And then these two stickers. Okay. Okay, put that in there. Okay, then I've got the lace trim here. Then I've got these in here. So this strawberry is not in the ephemera kits. I made this for just the journal, but I may create another ephemera where it's just Strawberry Shortcake Christmas. Not a bakery, but just Christmas. I have lots of ideas. Okay, and then here's the other side. So here's just paper that I just washi taped here. Another paper, they're glued down, but I just put washi tape to make it look like it's washi tape. Okay, here's a bingo card you can decorate. Again, here's a card here. And then this one is Strawberry with her friends baking. And then here's a card that I made, and I edged it with red ink. You can write something here if you want to. Oh, come on, get in there. Okay, and then this one has a tag that I created, and you can put a little note card in here if you want to. Okay, and then this one has the journal card, the note sheet, and then this little stationery sheet. Okay, and then here's the back. All right. Okay, so let's go to number 3. Let me put this over here. And then here's the, and I'm also attaching this to the center. And then if you just let this lay here on the corner, then it just, see, it just goes to the side right here. It's just like a little jewelry for the, journal. Okay. All right. So this is number 3. And I've got wreaths here at the front. This one's a little bit more vintage, the papers here. The other ones were brighter colors. So if you like vintage, this is for you. Index cards, stationery, and then shopping list. Okay, so I'll probably go a little bit faster now since you kind of know what what's all in here. But this way you can see the papers. This is candy, and then this has just a journal card from my stash somewhere, recipe card that I designed. Okay, and there's some textured paper. Strawberry decorating, and then here's a tag, a little tag I made. And oh, also just wanted to mention that don't push the tags all the way because you need the space where it curves over, so just stop about right here. That's why I also put the images right here. Okay, and then we've got candy, chocolate, strawberries with chocolate. That was perfect. And then here's a pocket here. And then here's a tag. This one I did go ahead and make a hole here, but I didn't add a ribbon if you want to add a ribbon to that. Okay, we've got wreaths. Okay, then we've got, I love this image. It's a little bit glittery. So we've got some hot cocoa, sugar plum cookie pizza recipe. Okay, so here's all the pages. Let me try to go through these pages. Then all the goodies in here. Oops, the tickets. Got hot cocoa. This one has recipes on this cardstock. And then here's some stickers. And then we've got tickets. So you can use these as tabs. Fold them in half and use them for tabs. And I've got her sticker, and then this one here I just went ahead and put in the pocket. Okay, you put that aside, and then we've got, you can see the doilies here. I'm not going to pull them out. Okay, and then here's the stickers and labels. So this one has these cookie stickers. There's another cookie sticker. And then labels. Then the ones that are blank, you can of course write, a greeting if you want on there. Or you can get those Christmas sticker labels that have a greeting already or a statement. I like this one. Christmas calories don't count. Got lace here. Okay, and then paper. So this is the other side. And here's a card that a big journal card or note card that I created. Looks like some, you can't see it, but there's some maybe wind there blowing and some snowflakes. Paper. Okay, and then this is the goodies inside the pockets. You can of course put more goodies inside the pockets. Here's another journal card I made. I love pom-poms. Okay. Then I created this. So this one has more of a hot cocoa theme, I think. And then I just put strawberry. I clipped her on here with this, another cocoa. And this one has journal card with the pancakes. Okay, and that's the back. Okay guys, thank you so much for staying with me and watching this. If you have any questions, I probably did forget something, please post below, and please like the video, and hopefully you subscribe if you like my content. Thank you so much guys. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.